Murder at the Museum, Professor Alistair Crane. The case. Professor Alistair Crane, a renowned archaeologist, was found murdered in his office at the Grand City Museum. Time of death, estimated between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on the night of the museum gala. Suspect 1. Dr. Sophia Wright, colleague. Dr. Wright was Professor Crane's research partner. They recently disagreed on the ownership of a valuable artifact Professor Crane discovered. Alibi. Dr. Wright claims she was attending the museum gala throughout the evening and can provide witness statements from several colleagues. Motive. Desire to claim sole ownership of the artifact. Suspect 2. Mr. Bartholomew Finch, security guard. Mr. Finch had recently received a disciplinary warning and was threatened to be fired by Professor Crane for falling asleep on duty. Alibi. Mr. Finch states he was patrolling the museum exhibits according to the security log. Motive. Revenge for the disciplinary warning and potential termination. Suspect 3. Ms. Evelyn Jones, intern. Ms. Jones, an archaeology student, was recently denied a coveted research opportunity by Professor Crane. Alibi. Ms. Jones claims she left the museum after her shift ended at 10 p.m. and went straight home. Motive. Resentment for being passed over for the research opportunity. 1. Security footage. Cameras captured Dr. Wright leaving the museum gala for a brief period around 9 p.m. No footage of Mr. Finch or Ms. Jones leaving the building prior to their shift ending was found. 2. Fingerprint analysis. An unidentified fingerprint was found on Professor Crane's desk near the murder weapon, a ceremonial dagger from the museum's Egyptian exhibit. 3. Witness discrepancy. One witness at the gala mentioned seeing Ms. Jones arguing with Professor Crane earlier in the evening. However, Ms. Jones denies this encounter. Given the evidence and the questionable alibis, who is most likely to have committed the murder? Consider the motives, the timeline, and the inconsistencies in the alibis. Sophia's alibi. Dr. Wright's alibi has a confirmed gap, placing her outside the museum during the estimated time of murder. Also, the unidentified fingerprint could be hers, especially considering the motive and her access to the museum during the gala. Evelyn's alibi. While Ms. Jones might have had a motive, the lack of security footage of her leaving the gala prior to her work shift and the lack of physical evidence make her a less likely suspect. Bart's alibi. Mr. Finch's alibi seems plausible, and the security footage supports his claim of patrolling the exhibits. Further investigation into Dr. Wright's alibi and a comparison of the unidentified fingerprint to hers would be essential to confirm her guilt. The witness statement placing Ms. Jones with Professor Crane earlier in the evening could be a red herring or a genuine misunderstanding. Give your answer in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you found this interesting, please leave a like. The answer will be given in 5 seconds. Pause now if you need time. Who is the murderer. Considering the evidence, the most likely suspect is Dr. Evelyn Wright. Dr. Wright's opportunity to commit the crime during the time she was away from the gala, combined with her potential access to the murder weapon, makes her a likely suspect. However, as you've noted, further investigation would be necessary to confirm her guilt definitively, such as verifying the fingerprint match and thoroughly examining the alibis of all suspects.